going on, everybody? I'm back again with another vlog, and today I'm deep all the way far up in the Bronx, bordering Westchester County by Yonkers. And I'm here because it's like a hidden gem called Little Ireland, like an Irish neighborhood that a lot of people don't know about, and I found out about it recently. So I'm gonna walk around here and explore this other side of the Bronx. So I'm gonna take you guys with me, so join me. So far this neighborhood is pretty residential, and in some points it kind of resembles a little bit Morris Park by the 5 train. But I know this is like a unique vibe over here. You're gonna see a lot of peace, a lot of peaceness, a lot of quiet, a lot of residential areas, houses, and it's right in the borderline with Courtland Park. So I think you're gonna love it. You're gonna see what's happening around here. So far I gotta say, really lovely neighborhood, and so quiet. It's not that big, but it's just surrounded by a lot of trees, by the highway, like I say, by the Courtland Park, like a lot of nature. And then you see like I'm going down the hill. And then I like the architecture of this building. It's like, you know, it's old, but it gives it like a nice, unique vibe. So I'm gonna walk a little forward over here and see what can I find. But yeah, so far I'm loving it. And I see some beautiful houses around here. And yeah, this is part of the Bronx. Like I said, the Bronx doesn't get really like a good reputation. But remember, the Bronx is really huge. The Bronx is huge, and like any neighborhoods, there's good and bad. So it all depends where you want to go, where you want to explore. But there are a lot of hidden gems in the Bronx. Like me, I didn't really knew much about this neighborhood, so I had to come here and check it out for myself to see what it's like. So, and so far I'm loving what I've seen. So really beautiful. I guess over here you can rent some scooters too. Like I don't come much to the Bronx, but I heard, you know, they got Lion, they got the Bird scooters. Where I live in Newark, also we got the Bird scooters too. So I guess it's a good way for you to get around different neighborhoods around here. But I believe in the summer and the fall season must be beautiful with all the trees surrounded here. You know, now we're in the middle of the winter, so it's pretty cold, but it really feels like I'm in another town. You know, it doesn't really feel like you're in New York City. But that's the beauty about this, you know, the diversity, not only of the people, but of the land. You can see all the peace and quietness over there. And there I see an Irish flag. Like I said, this is like a mostly Irish neighborhood, you know, middle-class neighborhood. But yeah, so beautiful. Like I love how the streets are, you know, like a little tiny, but it's pretty cool with some nice unique vibe here in the houses. They also got a couple of main roads, and a few blocks down it's actually Yonkers, and that's outside New York City. That's Westchester County. So I'll probably be in that city without knowing it. But so far I'm enjoying what I'm seeing right here. You can hear the birds. Then they got an apartment complex, and then there's a beautiful house here across the street. And then I like how the streets, they go up in the hill, so it's really beautiful. As you can see, really lovely area. Like I like the vibes, I like the houses over here. But now I'm gonna walk on one of the main streets, which is Katona Avenue. It goes all the way to the end, and then once I get off that street, that is part of Yonkers, New York. So you don't even know when you're in another town, you know. But yeah, just look at the vibes here, the houses. I love this house. Kind of looks like those houses that are in the shore, you know, by the beach area, by Queens, or some parts of Jersey. And then over here kind of resembles a little bit of Staten Island. Outside the ferry, like the houses are in the top of the hills. But yeah, this is all the way in the northern tip of the Bronx. One of the most northern neighborhoods in the Bronx. Right here I'm walking the main avenue, and you can see this mural, "Welcome to Woodlawn." Then I gotta walk over here. A few delis across the street. This is an Indian curry spot. Pretty interesting to have it over here. An Irish pub right here. I guess in the summertime it's a spot to hang out. Here's another pub. Who would have thought that in the Bronx they had an Irish neighborhood, right? But that's the beauty about New York City, and that's why I say this neighborhood has a lot of hidden gems. Like it gives you a vibe like if you're in a small town. Like I say, this is the heart of the Bronx in New York City. So yeah, really lovely neighborhood. So far I'm liking it. And it's like a change of pace, you know, like a change of vibe. Then here's the restaurant, and wow, I can smell the food. It smells pretty good. So maybe I'll take a peek at one of those restaurants. But yeah. Yeah, most of the times when I Google about this neighborhood, this is the restaurant that pops up. Yeah, but I definitely can smell the food. It smells really good. Then they got like a party room over here. And then across the street, they got more activities. And I'm really curious to know how it's in the summer over here. It must be popping, you know. Then one way to get here is, this neighborhood is served by the Metro North station from Grand Central. So that's the easiest way to get here. Or if you want to walk a little bit more, you could take also the 2 train to 233rd. Get off over there and walk over here, and then you end up in a neighborhood like this. So yeah, pretty interesting neighborhood, you know, and it doesn't get like much footage, but always good to show, you know, a lot of positive sides happening around here. And like if you take the Metro North, it's only like a 30-minute commute from Midtown Manhattan to here. So for 30 minutes you're like in a different type of neighborhood, but it's good to explore around. Then another thing I know is there's a lot of pizzerias here. So as I was googling the neighborhood, I heard there's also Italian people living around here. Some market over here, more bars and restaurant, and across the street there's like a mini market. And I can tell you, there was a Lime scooter here. You got the Bird scooter too, which in a lot of cities around the United States you can rent those. You know, you download an app and you can use those scooter. I'm really curious to know about the night scene over here, the nightlife. I figure it must be like really good. And who knows, maybe a lot of people from other neighborhoods come here, like Westchester County. So I like this store over here, like the way how they have the design, you know, with the arts, and they sell like fashion clothes. But yeah, this is really cool. Really cool and totally worth investing. Here you got like more scooters parked. So I'm walking forward, and then like a lot of nice houses over here. And I think like a little ahead of me, not 100% sure, but it might be turning into Yonkers, Westchester County. So this might be like the end of New York City, probably like 2 more blocks down. But you wouldn't fuck, because it looks pretty much similar. I love this church here, pretty beautiful. The houses over here look pretty gorgeous. And then Van Cortlandt Park is over there. I've never been in Yonkers by foot. I only drove by it like one time. So it's gonna be pretty interesting to see it, part of it, because I know Yonkers is pretty big too. Then here you got a house with the Irish flag. So yeah, this is pretty beautiful over here. It's like a different scenery, you know. It's like the other side of the Bronx that they don't talk about. So this over here might be it. This might be the border of New York City, the Bronx, with Westchester County, Yonkers. I believe this street, it divides, you know, this side is the Bronx, that side is Yonkers. I'm pretty sure that I'm standing between both of the cities. And I know the difference, because usually in this street is Van Cortlandt Street, and then this one turns into Kimball Avenue, so that's how you know you're in another town. But it's pretty interesting to see this, you know. And then if you go a little further the other way, it's Mount Vernon. So not 100% sure, but this might be still the Bronx on this side. But then that's St. Mark's, and then that street, it divides, you know, Westchester County with New York City. So once I cross the street, I'm officially in Yonkers, New York. Yonkers, yeah, New York. Yeah, that side is Yonkers, Bronx over here, and then Westchester County. And I'm a fan of borders, you know. So I'm just gonna cross my street. I'm just gonna cross over here, St. Mark's. I was just studying the map, so I couldn't get confused. And now I can say I'm officially in Yonkers, Westchester County. So pretty interesting. So I just exited New York City, and now I'm in another county of New York. So the northern tip is right there. So far so nice, you know, pretty residential. Really beautiful. So there's another main street in the Yonkers side. which is called McLean Avenue. So I'm gonna walk there a little bit, and then I'm gonna turn back in the Bronx, explore a little bit more of the neighborhood and the houses. But yeah, this is McLean Avenue, and here's pretty interesting, you know, the gas station, but I'm gonna make my way pretty nice here. Like I say, McLean Avenue. And yeah, pretty Irish too. I even see a bar and a nightclub over here. But yeah, pretty interesting street. A lot of nice restaurants. They got like a deli over here. It's like a different vibe, you know. And then this here is like a bar and a nightclub, and then the Irish coffee shop. So pretty interesting. Beauty salon over here. Like I say, I'm literally 1 block away from the Bronx. But I'm in another town, you know. And I just discovered this. I discovered it by looking at the map. Like, I was a little bored earlier today, and I'm like, let me look at the map, see where can I go. Then I discovered all of this, so I think it's something that's pretty crazy. And the shops, they keep going, so yeah. It's crazy that this is only like a 30-minute commute from Grand Central Manhattan. Like, I take the train and then I end up like in another world. But that's one thing you should do. You should never stick to the main thing. There's always a lot of things to explore. And like I said, I love it around here because there's so many multicultural neighborhoods to check out. So it makes it pretty interesting. Here I'm entering the Bronx again, and I'm gonna walk it by the park to see what the neighborhood looks like by Van Cortlandt Park. I think it must be like a nice vibe, you know, the nature surrounded by the beautiful houses. So we're just gonna find out and check it out. And you can see a lot of nice houses, and you can see how quiet the neighborhood is. So I think it's beautiful. I guess the closer you get to the park, the nicer the houses turn. You can reflect it right here. Beautiful house, and that's the park right there. And I know in the spring and the summertime it's gonna be nicer when the leaves come out for all the nature going on over here. This is a really huge park, you know, the Van Cortlandt Park, all the way deep up north in the Bronx. So it connects with other different neighborhoods around here. So yeah, really lovely area. Like I said, I don't see much people walking around, but yeah, you can see the park there, really huge. Like it's a really huge park. Like it goes all the way down to other neighborhoods, and then you got houses like this. A good area to ride my bike too, I guess. And then I think there's plenty of parking over here, like if you need to park your car. And then you get a neighborhood like this. You go down, you know, really beautiful, the houses. But yeah, I think this is like a hidden gem, like a jewel in the Bronx. And this is not the only neighborhood. There's a lot of neighborhoods here in the Bronx that are pretty nice too, and definitely, you know, worth checking out. So that was the end of my vlog, walking around here in Woodlawn Heights in the northern tip of the Bronx. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, find it a little informative. Maybe someday you get the chance to explore this neighborhood. So I'm gonna end this video over here. You guys take care, be safe out there, everybody. God bless y'all, and peace.